Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, on the Bitcoin chart, I don't want to go into the details of the wave count here on the daily chart in too much detail. I think we've been doing that really in detail in the last few days. Just a quick summary before we take a look at the USDT dominance chart, which I've never, I think, shown here in public on YouTube, and then the microstructures. So just want to give you just a very brief overview here. Overall, current thesis is that a fourth wave bottomed on the 5th of August, and at least that's the thesis as long as we're holding 55,480. There was also the idea when we were here in this support area, and now obviously the risk is higher because we are far away from that support area. So as I said in previous updates and communicated in announcements on Discord, the setup here was one of the 4 trading ideas I had for this range, but now we have moved from support into resistance. Naturally, the risk is now higher. Should we dip back into that region, it might even be a setup again, let's say a pullback trade setup, even though I think if we now break down and should start a decline and break even below the 10th of October low, which is this swing low in that support area, in that trading area, it would increase the risk that we're breaking down maybe even here into that lower support region between 43 and 49K in the alternative scenario, which is a larger wave 4, which is the same scenario essentially, just it would just delay the breakout to the upside. It would be frustrating. It wouldn't be massively surprising though. And in our membership live streams, I showed a chart yesterday of, I think it was Amazon in 2005 or something. I haven't prepared it now, but it pretty much just showed this and then this. You know, it's just very comparable structure. And I just want to make sure that it's clear that, you know, that's exactly why trading breakouts, aggressively at least, can be so difficult, especially if the price already moved so much before or until a breakout happens. You know, it's breakouts, a breakout as such is not a bad thing, right? If but you need to have the risk management in place. The thing is, we have moved a lot from support now to reach that breakout line, that resistance line, that upper boundary line of the trend channel. But the support area is still down here on the daily chart, so far away. So all I'm saying is, people get bullish when we get breakouts, and that's fine. I mean, it's just that probabilities on this chart aren't super clear until we get the proper 5-wave pattern to the upside completed here in circle 1. And at the moment, the wave count in white shows us what we need to see for a clear 5-wave move up. So I want to see a completion of the 3rd wave, then a 4th and a 5th in circle 1. And then circle 2 pullback could be a good opportunity, maybe even this 4th wave. At the moment, we've just moved from support into resistance. I'm watching to see if the market can complete white wave 3. There is no sign a top is in place, but we're consolidating below the trend line. This is obviously quite an important trend line. Yeah, so what I wanted to do, obviously, just to highlight, okay, we are sort of just possibly preparing for a breakout. Based on Elliott Wave, I would not be surprised if it's a failed breakout. Even if we push a little bit higher, complete wave 3, then this wave 4 could still be quite substantial because we're dealing with a diagonal. So we might fall back into the range for this wave 4, okay? Just want to communicate that, okay? So, but bottom line is we are sort of below a key breakout and we haven't broken out yet. And yesterday in our member live stream, and if you're interested, we still have the recording available on Discord, but in our member live stream, we took a look at the total market cap charts, Bitcoin dominance, USDT dominance. One of those was USDT dominance. I showed the entire chart. What I just want to show in this in this example is just this consolidation, or well, this corrective rally we've had. So why can USDT dominance be interesting? Well, because usually it moves sort of with an inverse correlation, you could say, to Bitcoin. If they move together, something is going on, but Bitcoin has been moving down in a corrective fashion since March, USDT dominance up. Very simple. What does that mean? It means, investors, traders move their funds rather into stable coins rather than other cryptos, Bitcoin or other cryptos. So many investors, traders put money into the safe haven. Well, it's not really safe, right? It has its problems as well, stable coins and USDT and everything, but let's just call it kind of a safe haven because it's obviously less volatile, it's pegged to the dollar, you know that. But the thing is, when money flows into stable coins, people are holding it, ready to invest it, okay? Still ready to trade it, ready to use it when the situation arises that they want to use it. And we've seen now since the August high, just really local, on the local short-term chart, let's go to the 4-hour chart, we've seen a decline. That's not really impulsive yet, but we are trying to break this trend line. Is it broken? Maybe. Do we call it a sustained break? I think it's a little bit too early for that, okay? I think it's a bit too early for that, but we've just broken below it and we're trying to retest it. Now, if we now see a retest from below and that's successful and then another move down, I think this is starting to get much more sustained and could indicate that more and more people are putting money into the actual, the cryptos, away from stable coins back into the crypto sector. And that's obviously what would be bullish for the market as a whole. Just wanted to explain that, yes, we've seen movements to the downside. They are quite choppy at this stage. But we are also here at this breakout point. Here we've actually already broken it, but I wouldn't call it a sustained break. So that's something to observe going forward. Now let's take a look at the microstructure for Bitcoin. Here we see a little bit of a pullback. It's nothing substantial. So literally just a micro pullback, which I'm labeling as some kind of a wave 4, either in the blue count or the yellow count. Ideally, wave 3 would even push a little bit higher, but we've nearly reached that 138% extension already pretty much yesterday. As I said, the ideal target for blue wave 5 of 3 is 780. I haven't reached it yet, but it can still do it, right? I mean, at the moment, the support area hasn't even been reached. The idea is that as long as we are holding above 65,200, there is absolutely no sign that a low has formed. That a top has formed. So only below 65,200, we need to think about, okay, what else could it be? And there will be other scenarios, but if we now break down, probabilities increase that it's just the green B wave, so that this B wave is still extending. And because this is a new high, we might in this B wave not even go below the Thursday low of the 10th of October. But before I consider really that let's say a more substantial top has formed, I need to see a break below micro support. At the moment, we're still printing higher highs and higher lows, right? So there's literally nothing noteworthy there and nothing that has changed since yesterday's update. So that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.